What's up YouTube, Jeff back again today with a very exciting tech video for you guys. And if you're someone who's into tech, like you watch a lot of videos about tech, especially smartphones, you know that everywhere you go on YouTube, Instagram, and a lot of other social apps, it's all Apple and Samsung, every single video. But what if you're interested in other Android phones? Now, I, of course, love Samsung, but I also love enjoying the other smartphone manufacturers that make up Android, like Oppo, Vivo, Huawei, Xiaomi, Realme. They make up a lot of interesting phones every year, and we don't get to see them here in the US, so I'm often curious about those, and I want to find out more information, but there really isn't that much available on YouTube. Because I'm interested in these smartphones, I started looking for other places to find information about them, and that's where the Rednote app can actually be a very interesting alternative and a go-to spot for Android fans to find out information about these devices that we really don't see here in the US and get to use unless you're a tech reviewer like myself. I didn't open Rednote expecting it to be an app about tech, but once I started using it, it really clicked in my mind. Rednote feels less like a social platform and more like a crowdsourced wiki for real-world knowledge. It's built by people who actually use these things that they're talking about and has less SEO fluff, no paid placements disguised as advice, and no top 10 phones you should buy. It's really documenting real processes step by step. And for tech enthusiasts, that's kind of something different that a lot of people are looking for. It's a lot more how YouTube used to be in the very beginning, and that's something that you can probably really appreciate. And here's the realization I had as I use Rednote more and more. It's incredibly hyper-specific for tech tutorials, especially for devices that don't get much Western coverage. Let me show you guys what I mean here. If you flip through and search smartphones on Rednote, you don't just get polished review videos like you might on other apps. You get step-by-step setup guides, feature walkthroughs, hidden settings, regional software differences, and real usage notes from people who actually own these phones. Those who've been following me for a long time know that that's exactly what I've been doing for a long time, is creating smartphone tutorials on my channel. And I have to be honest, I really am thinking about using Rednote to create some content myself on some of these other Android brands and maybe branch out a little bit beyond Samsung, because it really is a compelling option to share this type of content. A huge percentage of the tutorials that you find are for Xiaomi, Huawei, Oppo, and Vivo models, both China only or global variants. These are the kind of tutorials that Google won't surface easily and that YouTube's algorithm tends to ignore or bury. On Rednote, they're all front and center, so if you're a huge Android fan that likes looking at these phones that are available for import, this is something that you're really going to enjoy with the Rednote app. And the format of Rednote's videos is a little bit different. The information you'll find is something that you'll appreciate as well. Instead of short clips or over-edited videos, most tutorials are built as visual notes, and this is where Rednote's format really shines. You get screenshots, annotations, clear step sequences, and minimal fluff. When you scroll, you'll immediately understand what the problem is, what the solution is, and how to replicate it, which can be huge if you're looking for tips and tricks or setup tutorials for a smartphone that you just imported. It feels like someone's documenting a process for you, not performing for an algorithm. This extreme granularity is actually what makes Rednote so useful, and this is how Rednote connects with users by prioritizing really useful information instead of just looking at subscriber, follower count, or your past history of posting about that specific content, which is a lot of what you see on YouTube and other platforms, and that can be very frustrating for creators. I've experienced this myself. And if you are a creator looking to create content about these Android phones, that's another great thing about Rednote. They allow new creators to actually get discovered, which is a novel concept considering what you see on other platforms these days. On most platforms, if you're not already established in 2026, your content basically disappears and it's like you're putting it out into the void. But on Rednote, usefulness matters more than popularity. If someone posts a genuine helpful tutorial, guide, tips, and tricks, even if they have no audience to start, it can still get surfaced by the algorithm and people will engage with it. That means more niche expertise, more real-world use cases, and less influencer noise for you if you're the one watching these videos. For tech professionals, enthusiasts, or anyone researching Android phones outside the mainstream, that can be absolutely huge if you're into all of these phones, like I said, that don't get as much coverage on the mainstream apps. Rednote could be a go-to for Android fans looking for tutorials on these import phones.
You can switch it from black to pink to green, whatever color you want, but I love that you have the kickstand in the back. like that. So the kickstand allows you to open this up, and you can use it anywhere, whether you're on the plane, put it on your desk, watch a movie. It's so convenient. Use your portable, detachable, separate keyboard, just like so it becomes a desktop.
So, who should check out Rednote, and what do I think it's actually useful for? If you're the type of person who imports phones, especially China only or global variants, follows global tech and Android smartphone trends, likes learning how things actually works and enjoys tutorials on these devices, or just wants more answers and better search compared to what Google gives you on YouTube, then Rednote really becomes a first stop for these type of devices and not a backup. Instead of trial and error, you're learning from someone who's already got it, already has the device, and who's already set it up. So if you like tech life hacks, Android hacks, information about import phones, or just information you may not find here on YouTube, definitely check out the Rednote app. I'll have a link in the pinned comment description where you guys can download it, of course, for both iOS and Android, which I know a lot of you guys who watch me are going to be Android users. Download Rednote and search something specific today, like a phone model, feature, or setup problem, and I think you'll find that it's minimal effort and maximum information, especially like I said, for all of those phones that don't get so much coverage here in the West. It really can be a goldmine for information, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. This is honestly the reason why Rednote has earned a spot on my phone and why I do check it every day so that I can really enjoy my Android phone hobby. Huge shout out to Rednote for sponsoring today's video. I really did enjoy checking out the app, and I am going to continue to use it for all of my Android phone needs to learn about Xiaomi, Huawei, etc. Hope you guys will check it out as well. The link's in the pinned comment and description. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Happy to get back to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.